Wilson pulls the trigger.
Welcome to Talkin' Jets. My name's Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. I am joined alongside my co-pilots. I've got Green Bean, the Jets fan, and Matt O'Leary. Boys, how you doing tonight? Green Bean, how you doing? Matt, how you doing tonight? I love it. Can you guys talk real quick for me? God damn it. I can see your... What the heck? Hold on. Let me pause this. Hold on. All right, talk again. Let's do this.
Yo. Test.
Damn, I'm so bad at this game. Welcome to Jets Talk. My name is Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. I am joined alongside my co-pilots. I have Green Bean, the Jets fan, and Matt O'Leary, NY. Green Bean, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm in a good mood, man. I'm happy to be here. I always love getting together with you guys, and it's going to be a good show, I think.
Matt, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to be here, and hopefully my internet/tech issues are in control this week because we have a lot to get into.
I love it. Good to have you guys back. And yeah, last week it was weird because we had Matt coming in fine on our group chat, but for some reason pulling over to OBS didn't work. So I switched some systems settings around, and we should be good. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood.
Right.
All right. So Jets lose to the Saints 30-9. How we feeling about it, Green Bean? I want to get your overall thoughts.
Well, it sucks. Look, 30-9 isn't real though. I mean, that was garbage. The team was done. So it was more like a 13-point loss kind of a thing, in my opinion. What that does, I don't know, but it feels a little better to me. But it's just, it sucked coming off of Zach Wilson's best game as a pro, seeing him come in and look like it was his first game as a pro. I don't really know what that is. Saleh had some really interesting answers, and I thought it was nice to hear that stuff coming out of his mouth about what Zach is struggling with. What's funny? What'd I do?
So, John Nolte says I look like Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
You do.
Thank you.
I have that hat. You know, I have. Remember my Christmas card?
Shitter's
Yeah, that's it. So look, it sucks, but look, I'm more aggravated with this coaching staff's reluctance to use certain guys. Like, we're decimated by injuries. Guys like Ty Johnson, who you guys know I support, but I'm not the biggest fan of. I think it was a perfect scenario to use LaMichael Pirine. It seemed like their arms were twisted into using him, and he had 7 carries for a 4-yard average. I mean, like I said, the guy's not Emmitt Smith, but he's consistent. He has soft hands, he blocks well, and he gets you 4 yards a carry. That's what, consistently. And I think that he should have gotten more than 7 carries, and he had no passes thrown to him. Well, while Ty Johnson had 7. So there's a lot of that stuff that bothers me, but it's all insignificant. Obviously, the Mims thing, we can get into it later or not. But it's just aggravating on that level. I think that these guys can help the young quarterback. So that's frustrating. But look, man, I think it's just the ups and downs of this season. Zach Wilson came off 6 really good quarters of football. And then we saw an absolute clunker. So I'm hoping that he, getting some of these nice young guys back. The Michael Carters are coming back. The Bryce Huff is coming back. The Tyler Croft. So maybe this will be a nice little explosion, an influx of positive energy, and we'll see a bounce back game. But overall, man, I think it was one of our worst games of the year. It sucked.
Matt, how are you feeling about last week's game? Or
Yeah, I'm kind of. I like where Green Bean left off because that was definitely up there with just complete like one of the worst games from start to finish. It was yucky. Lots of things didn't go well. Obviously, the drops from Ty Johnson early were just so deflating. Killed the first
Yeah.
3 drives. I'm sure that didn't help him get in a rhythm. The rookie quarterback did not play well, as Green Bean said. He had a really good game against the Eagles the week before, but then came crashing down this week. And sometimes rookie quarterbacks go through those ups and downs. So, not super surprising. Also, Trevor Lawrence threw 4 interceptions, but no one wants to mention that because no one gives a shit about the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then the defense is just. It's just bad. There's no way around it. They don't tackle. They can't cover the tight end. They can't stop the run to save their lives. And they did exactly what I thought they would. Alvin Kamara had a huge day, and Taysom Hill running the ball also had a huge day, which was fully expected. But, we'll see. Maybe they bounce back and look semi-competent against Miami. But I got to be honest here, guys. My excitement level for this game against the Dolphins is so low. Like maybe the lowest all year for any of their games. Yeah, I don't know. I just bad taste in my mouth after that last one, fighting off everyone under the sun on Twitter during the game, just with like all the takes. I think I'm just like drained, man. I'm ready for the offseason.
Yeah, dude.
I'm excited.
Dude, I just want to see something positive. I want to see something I could build on. I don't want to be bored to death. Like having 5 of your top guys out in Carter, Coleman, Austin, Davis, and more. Like that's just right off the bat, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You don't have a tight end already. Like you're relying on a whole lot of not much at that point. I don't know. I think I'm over Pirine. Like if we want to keep him around as the third down guy that could be like run into the line of scrimmage with like 4th and 1 or something like that. If we think he can be that guy, I'm fine with that. It kind of eliminates a position that I think we need, but I don't know. I felt like it was disappointing seeing some of Wilson's throws just missing the mark. Like even I understand we had a lot of drops, but there was just something frustrating about watching him slightly off on almost every throw. It's almost like a foot off. He's making it a little too difficult. And I think it's something in his head because I watched every single throw of this kid through the preseason. And I know it's just the preseason, but when I'm looking at him, he's making all the completions. He's not even hitting like a tight end on a 5-yard out while he's rolling the same direction. Like he's throwing it 2 yards in front of him. It's just something's weird. Something's off. I think it's in his head. I think it's something he can overcome. That's probably the most frustrating part for me. In terms of receiver wise, like Denzel Mims, we could talk about that. His 2 penalty stretch of illegal hands to the face is completely inexcusable. Like you're not allowed to have your hands around the face mask of the defender, and then illegal formation. It's like, dude, you just got to know where to line up. Like I'm kind of over him, and I don't want to be over this kid because he's got a ton of potential, but it just feels like he doesn't want it and he's not into it. Greenby, what are your thoughts on Denzel Mims?
Well, you made a couple comments here. I don't know how anybody could be over Pirine. We've seen him a total of 8 plays the entire year. I mean, so I don't know what that necessarily means. If you don't like him, that's, it is what it is, right? But we have a guy in Ty Johnson who I've been telling you guys all year sucks. All right. Now he's a feast or famine guy. Is he exciting at times? Absolutely. But you can't depend on him. So in my opinion, when your guys are injured, you have a 23-year-old kid, throw him out there. Just play him the whole game, see what he does. But they don't do that. Now, it is what it is, right? But I'm just going to continue to support the guy until there's a reason not to. Now, Denzel Mims, I'm just as disappointed as anybody else, but I'll tell you the scenario that they've painted for him is not exactly an environment to succeed. They put him in 3 plays here, 1 play there. He makes a mistake and they pluck him. So what that's doing when you put somebody in a game and they know this is probably the only 2 plays I'm going to have, there's more pressure there. There's more, there's more reason to like try really hard and make mistakes and mental errors. What I think should be happening with Denzel Mims when you have all the injuries that we have is stick him in there and keep him in the entire game and let him work through this stuff. When we talk about development, that's what you do. We let Ty Johnson drop free friggin' passes. We let Corey Davis drop a whole. We let so many guys. We kept Greg Van Roten in there, just getting our quarterback killed for 10 weeks or whatever it was. He was atrocious, and we believed in him and let him work through it. Why not Denzel Mims, especially when you have DJ Montgomery running around the damn field? What are we accomplishing by playing DJ Montgomery? So that's where my frustration is. Am I upset? Yeah, I'm incredibly disappointed with Mims, but I'm more disappointed with the scenario of Denzel Mims than I am with the player, because we've only seen him, and this goes back to week 1, for a smattering of plays. He does nice things. The minute that he makes a mistake, they sit him on the bench for really what is most of the rest of the game, and I just don't see the logic there. So it's frustrating.
Matt, how are you feeling about Denzel Mims?
It's tough. I think I'm probably somewhere in between both you and Green Bean. I'm not done with him, but at the same time, I don't think he's helped himself. I do think he's in his head. In a way, like Zach Wilson's totally in his own head right now. I think that's part of the reason why he's struggling. It's frustrating that in some of these opportunities where, he's given that chance of, okay, let's finally see if he could do it. And then it's like those mental mistakes, the penalties.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, like, I'm sure we all saw the video of him in practice doing the ladder drill where it didn't look like the effort was there. And sometimes, like, I feel like we've heard that at times this year. And I do think he's extremely talented. So I'm not going to say like, okay, yeah, I'm totally out on him. But at the same time, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't frustrated. I think he deserves part of the blame. I also think the Jets' usage of him earlier in the year and in the preseason and stuff like that in training camp is also a factor here. I don't think either side is completely, scot-free without blame. But again, it all goes back to just recently when we've seen him on the field, it's been drops or mental mistakes, and you can't have that.
Yeah, I think for me, it's not so much that I'm totally over Denzel Mims. It's more so that, like, I'm not banking on him being on the starting roster next year. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I think he'll be through training camp, and I think if he doesn't kind of prove himself throughout training camp, I think he's definitely cut. I don't think he's going to come back next year through training camp. Like, I'm looking at Elijah Moore, Corey Davis. I would like to bring back Berrios. That's 3 guys. I think we should go out in free agency and grab a wide receiver. I'm not against drafting one, but I think we got some money right now. There's a few good free agents hitting the market. Michael Gallup is one that I would really like to see us target. I think he's a big, bodied kind of dude. You got Juju, Godwin, Robinson, Devontae Adams. If you really wanted to go bananas and just, like, I don't see Joe Douglas doing that. Like, I don't see him spending that kind of money on a wide receiver. But, like, if you wanted to help your quarterback in the best way possible, I was watching Monday Night Football last night, and DeAndre Hopkins and A.J. Green just snatching balls out of nowhere. Like, huge monster wingspans, massive hands. Like, that's how you help your quarterback. And I see one of our comments from Bob Albro says, send a second-round pick to get Hawkinson for Zach. I'm not trading Zach. It's not happening. I'm rolling with Zach through next year, probably for the next 2 years. I have no problem. Make the rookie mistakes. Get this dude some help. Second round pick for Hawkinson, though, would love that. Absolutely. We need a tight end.
Tight end?
Way. Oh, yeah. We need a tight end in the worst way. Green Bean.
Oh, for Zach. I'm sorry. I thought you meant trade Zach for Hawkinson. I'm sorry.
That's definitely what he meant. Oh, wait. No, it's not what he meant.
You guys can't read. Come on.
No, we can't read.
Right.
We can't read. And you're 100% right. Send a second round pick to get Hawkinson for Zach. I would do it in a heartbeat. Heartbeat. Absolutely. No question.
That's not even a difficult sentence, and we both botched it. I don't know why.
Dude, I was like, why would you put the second round pick and Zach on opposite ends of the sentence and then ship them off for Hawkinson? That's where my head was. 100%.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I don't know.
We're on board. We need tight end help. 100%.
I got Mims brain.
Oh, dude.
See?
I'm in my own head.
You see
Richard
how
Delgado, a.k.a. Jerk, says, I got a solution. Bring in Jeff Fisher. Go 7-9. No. No, don't do that. That would be a bad move. Adam Gase drops in. He says, I have a solution. Bring me back. No. I'm okay with the coaching. Did you guys see the soundbite or the interview of Samini asking Robert Saleh, how he felt about, like, I don't know if it was underperforming or how the roster was going, given like some young guys were getting playing time, and Saleh just kind of brushed it off. He's just like, dude, I'm not even answering that. Like, I think he's frustrated because he knows he doesn't have the bodies right now. Like, all the talented guys that they brought in, they drafted Carl Lawson, Corey Davis, Michael Carter, Elijah Moore, like all the firepower, Vinny Curry, LaMarcus Joyner, like literally everyone across this team, Mekhi Becton. Like, you're just everyone's knocked out right now. And I can see where, like, you're just kind of, you watch it and you're like, look, we're going to lose. We're missing a bunch of, like, talent. Matt, any thoughts on, like, the Jets just kind of, like, Robert Saleh just sort of throwing his hands up and being like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I saw the clip. I think NYJ Matt. Yes. I always mix up NYJ Matt or NYJ Mike. That's on me.
Yeah, me too.
But I think it's NYJ Matt. Tweeted out the video. You guys know I'm not a fan of the Jets beat, but I thought it was a fair question to ask. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like saying, like, hey, what, with trying to ask about like progress and growth and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the rare times where I didn't like Salah's answer. For the most part, I think he's handled the media really well. And yesterday he was on the *𝐒𝐭𝐭 show in his weekly spot, and I thought he gave a lot of really good answers. And I'm sure Green Bean would like this one, and even potentially Ryan too. He pretty much said that the Jets themselves, they're not out on Denzel Mims. They believe in him. They think he got a raw deal with no OTAs last year, and then the whole salmon thing this year, and COVID, and a laundry list of things. But to go back to the original question, which I guess was on the coaching staff, I don't have an issue with Saleh. He's a rookie. LaFleur is a rookie play caller. They're going to take their lumps. They're going to learn. And while I didn't like his answer in that specific moment, it's going to happen. I'm not going to agree with every single decision the coaching staff does or every answer the coach gives, but I still have faith in Robert Saleh.
What about you, Green Bean? How are you feeling about Robert Saleh?
I think he's fine, man. I mean, look, you guys remember, we've been hanging out for a while. We've been talking, putting our opinions out there for a couple of years now together. I'll speak for myself. I wanted guys, for the most part, like guys like Matt Campbell from Iowa State or Fitzgerald from North. I wanted a guy who'd been a head coach before, because this is what we were going to deal with. Now, I said if there's a rookie head coach, I would like Greg Roman or whatever. But you have to know, when you go down the rookie head coach route, 9 out of every 10 rookie head coaches are lost their first year. Every now and then there's a Sean McVay or whatever, but most of the time they're sloppy. They make stupid mistakes. People start wondering if they're the guy, all that shit. Now, we don't know what Saleh's going to be, but I fully expected him to have all the blunders that we're seeing, the bad timeout or the, not calling a timeout and losing a fourth, like all that shit, time management, missing red flags. I expected all of this. Now, do I like how he's making some personnel decisions? I don't. Do I like how he's kind of a little bit too hands-off? Like, we wanted a CEO, but I think he should really be taking Ulbrich by the throat right now and just shaking him up a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Smack him around.
Like, I think there should be some of that going on. Yeah, just a little. Hey, wake up, you. That kind of thing. But overall, I agree with Matt. I have faith in Robert Saleh. I think him and Joe Douglas are lockstep on this. They know they both have, 5 years left. Joe Douglas tied his career to Robert Saleh, at least for their first contracts. And I think that they knew they're taking the long road. They've chosen the hard approach. They're sloppy on the way because they've never done this before. Don't forget, Joe Douglas, this is his first stint as a GM too. So like, we have a whole bunch of guys that are uber talented, uber well thought of around the NFL, and they're not nailing it from the first swing of the bat. You know what I mean? So we have to give them time. Now, Cimini is an asshole. I mean, the guy, every time he asks a question, it's like, everybody knows what's going on, like asking those questions. And Matt's right. It's a fair question, but coming from
Green Bean?
No. Oh no.
Green Bean.
He was going in a rant too.
Oh, it was a great rant. We'll get him back. He'll pop back up. Yeah, I'll say this. I think freeze me. God, now I'm distracted. All right. Next question. Where am I? Where's my had it queued up. Robbie. I get what he's saying. Robbie says, don't look forward to games anymore. Zach sucks so far. No excuse for the way he's playing. I'm loyal ass fan, but it's hard to watch. But it's so hard to not want to punch a hole in the wall. Look, I understand. It is not fun to watch this team, but like top 2 receivers out, top 2 running backs out. The guy you wanted to start at running back got knocked out. We don't have a tight end. We're missing an entire defense. We spent all our money on the offensive side of the ball, and all those guys are out. Mims isn't playing well. Becton's knocked out. Elijah Moore's out. Elijah Vera Tucker's like still playing like a beast. Loving this. I think bright side, right? Look forward to special teams. We got a kicker. 3 for 3. Best kicking percentage of the year. Look at that. Number 1. Tally it.
Love it. That's a win. Love
right?
that.
I thought so.
Yeah. There were very few positives that you could find from this Saints game. So I guess you could say the kicking situation was a win, right? That's about. Was there anything else that jumped out to you?
Other than the kicking situation, not really. I'll be honest. It was definitely a disappointing game. Like, it just sort of sucked to watch. I just noticed a lot of drops. It felt like we were never given Zach any help, any sort of, hey, what's up, Green Bean? Any sort of momentum that he could have gotten going. I feel like you hit it on the head, Matt, earlier, with Ty Johnson just dropping those 3 passes early on. It's just like, dude, you got to be able to catch the ball. Help your quarterback out. The second of the 3 drops was definitely a tougher catch. Like, he had to almost stop to go back to get the ball. Like, Wilson didn't hit him in stride. And that's definitely an issue. But I think major chop. Did I lag? I don't think I lagged. I think Green Bean's back. Green Bean can see me. What's up?
Was that just me?
No, I see you. You're fine. Psh. Reboot.
No, I said, was that freak out on the internet? Was that just me, or is that everybody?
Oh, it was
that
just
was
you.
crazy.
Yeah.
Ah,
I think we're fine.
Okay, well, that's good.
I think we're good.
All right,
It
sorry.
says excellent connection over here.
Yeah, because
What are you guys talking about? Needs a refresh. You need a refresh.
yeah, I'm just seeing some comments that said, glad it's not just me. I think a lot happened there. I got kicked off completely. Like, it sent me into the outer space.
Now I gotta hit my.
I'm
No,
going to
I'm not.
refresh the stream.
Let's see what's going on. What's going on, Ryan?
It says,
Well,
I think
anyway.
they says we're back now. Hit the like
I
button.
think
Okay,
we're
choppy.
back. Yes.
Okay,
Oh, wait a second.
sorry.
We didn't even pick. All right. So, guys, we're giving away a shirt at the end of the stream. We're going to pick some people that commented on last week's stream. So if you want to jump back real quick, comment on the stream from last week, and then jump back over here, you could definitely do that. But we're going to pick a winner. Nightbot's going to pick a qualifier. I shouldn't say winner. Going to pick a qualifier, a potential winner for a t-shirt at the end of the stream. All you have to do is talk in the chat. Hang out in the chat. Hang out with us. Comment, and then Nightbot will pick some stuff. I saw someone threw the command up. Nightbot selection anyway. Qualified for a shirt. We're going to pick another one right now. And we're going to see how that goes. Let's see who gets picked. Antonio Mancini. Green Bean, go. No! Green Bean!
No, please.
Donde Bean? Where'd he go? That's all right. You know what? We're going to go to the next question.
Let's do it.
Green Bean will figure it out. I got faith.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Sorry, it's got to load comments. What do we got? That's what happens when I'm not paying attention.
Okay, we have
Ryan
a lot going.
Wotan. Let me know if I missed one. I think up there before. Where did you go? The best Jets I saw this week was in West Side Story. Well, that's disappointing.
Good movie.
Oh yeah.
A classic.
Ryan Lotan says, I'm at the point where I just hope Zach looks good in the losses for the rest of the season, and we hopefully can grab Hutchinson and Stingley. Yeah, we can kind of talk about that because I don't know if you saw Todd McShay's mock draft, but they had us taking Stingley and Hamilton, not Hutchinson. I really hope we get one of Thibodeau or Hutchinson. Like, I hope we stay at 4 because I think there's a good opportunity, a quarterback just ahead of us. I would be upset with Stingley and Hamilton. What are your thoughts, Matt?
Yeah, I don't. Based on everything we've seen from Joe Douglas in the 3 years that he's been here, and then also from Robert Saleh's past, and then what he's done this year or what they've done this year, it just nothing to me says that they're going to take not only 1 but 2 defensive backs in the top 10. I don't see it. Like, I'm sorry. They are both really good prospects. They're good players. I don't hate either of those guys, and I think they both have a shot to be good players in the NFL in their career. But I just don't see Joe Douglas or Robert Saleh pulling the trigger on either of those guys because of the positions that they play in the top 10. I just don't.
Yeah, you say a lot of good things. Cornerback doesn't seem like it's an overwhelming priority. Like, I do think we wind up bringing one in, whether it be free agency or the draft. But it just doesn't feel like it's going to be a top 10 level type of position for us. Oh, what happened? Are we not live right now? Oh no.
Are we back?
I don't know. I see what's going on. We'll close my TV. Talk to us, boys and girls. We there?
Okay, I think we're
NFL
back
Chaos
now.
with Jeremy says we're back. Wow. Ryan's internet sucks, I guess. I don't know what happens. I got like 400 download and like 40 uploads, so I think I should be fine. Very confused. And Green Bean's like,
I don't know, man. This OPS thing. I don't see him.
I don't see Green Bean. So we'll figure it out. Ryan with his Dollar General Wi-Fi. Hey, I got some pretty good Wi-Fi. Sorry. I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so let's talk about this whole Todd McShay mock draft because I think you got something going on. I don't think cornerback is going to be a top priority for us. I do think it is a second round type of pick, or maybe a $10 million to $12 million free agent. Like I could see that. I think our first pick overall, like 4th overall, if that's where we end up staying, would love to get one of the edge rushers. Thibodeau or Hutchinson. I think Hutchinson goes 1. I think the Michigan player goes to Detroit. I think that they select the hometown kid.
That'd be cool.
That's what's going to happen. And then 2, Jaguars and Texans play this week, so that's a huge game. Who do we want to win? Do we want the Jaguars to win to fall below us? Like, do we think the Texans are going to take a quarterback?
No, I don't think. I really don't think a quarterback is going in the top 5.
So, who do you want? I would want the Texans to win that, I would think. To fall behind us. I think they're more likely to take a D end if they're not taking a quarterback.
Well, yeah, obviously the Jaguars
I
obviously
don't
aren't.
think the Jags are not.
Yeah. No, the Jags might go offensive line.
Yes, I do. I think they go Neal.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so I guess I want the Texans to win then.
Yeah, interesting. I hadn't really thought about it because now our pick's at 7, so I don't see Stingley being an option. I would be pretty pissed if we wound up taking Stingley. Like now, if we traded down to like 10 and took Stingley, maybe that's okay. I mean, I still want. I would take Karlaftis. I'd take 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐫𝐢. I'd take Hutchinson, or I'd take Thibodeau. That's really what I want to see happen. Let me see. Do I have? I feel like Green Bean's like almost there. Nope. Now he's off. with Hamilton, so if we're picking Hamilton at 7, I don't know what the Giants wind up picking because it goes Jets at 4, Giants at 5, Giants at 6, Jets at 7. I think I would probably pencil them in for like Linderbaum and an edge rusher. So if we trade down, I think I don't know. That's where I think they're probably going. I also think they have an outside shot at getting Russell Wilson.
Yes, I do.
I think
I definitely
it's going to
do.
be Daniel Jones, one of their first-round picks, and maybe a first-round pick next year. I think they would do that. So that way it keeps them with one first-round pick this year.
Yeah. At
Does
that
that do
point,
it?
then you keep. Well, so one this year, Daniel Jones, one next year, and what else was it?
That's it.
Oh, no. I think it's going
You
to
think
take
it's
more
more?
than that. Yeah.
What do you think they'd have give up both firsts? Would both firsts this year mean more than a first in consecutive years? I mean,
Um, no, I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be like 3 firsts and probably like Jones then at that point. Because he's
that's
only
a lot.
32. I know like 32, that's old for NFL, but for quarterback, not really. He could play for another 8, 9 years probably at a pretty high level.
His contract's pretty massive. So I think that's like, I don't think this is like the Watson situation. Like I think if you trade, well, I mean it's definitely not like the Watson situation, but I'm curious what his contract is because I'm pretty sure it's like a tough deal to take on. Where are the Seahawks? There they are. You know what? Maybe not. I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. So if traded, the Seahawks save $11 million. The team getting Russell Wilson, I believe they do inherit the roster bonus. So it would be $19 million base salary, $5 million roster bonus for a total of $24 million cap hit next year. They can absolutely absorb that. And it's a $27 million cap hit the year after. So yeah, you're probably right. It's probably 3 firsts and like Jones. Because it's not a bad deal.
No, it's going to take a lot. I mean, he's a top 5 quarterback most years. This year, probably not. He's struggled this year, but I just think that team stinks. And it's finally getting to them. But yeah, I think it's going to be very costly, but they have the capital to do it. And I don't see the Giants drafting a quarterback this year.
Yeah, same.
But I either think that they are going to be in the mix for a Russell Wilson or they'll stick with Daniel Jones, which would be kind of laugh out loud funny. And that's kind of more along the line of what I'm rooting for as someone who just, I don't know, lives for the chaos, I guess. But I think if they were smart, they'd get in on one of these trades for a quarterback that's going to be available.
Yeah, I do think that it winds up being Russell Wilson or Daniel Jones. I agree. I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback. I think that this is kind of like the year minus Kyler Murray of that 2019 draft or whatever it was. I think if they could get him, I don't know what happens with Gettleman. I feel like they're going to move on from him. I don't think you allow him to make this decision. They're in a weird spot. They're almost in the same spot we were in last year with Sam Darnold.
Kind of, but for whatever reason, they seem dead set on bringing back Joe Judge, which that means you're going to limit your general manager search because it's going to be someone who's going to want to be paired with Joe Judge instead of picking their own guy. So I don't know. I think they should go all in and just say, okay, we're going to clean house, bring in a general manager, let him choose the coach, let him make a decision on the quarterback. But if I was betting, I think you're probably going to get Gettleman either stepping down / retiring, and then Judge retained and Daniel Jones retained, and then the new GM will be stuck there. And I don't think that's a wise decision, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Green Bean, I see like he's trying to get in. He's almost in there. I have his microphone and video off, but I see him almost trying. He's trying to get in. Pat Dunn drops in with a super chat. He says, "Can we all get off the Mims train now? What will Seattle give for him next off season? So much potential." Yeah, look, if we could offboard him and get a second or a third round pick, I would do it at this point. God, it's just disappointing because I want to believe in him. It just feels like he's in his own head. I don't know. Matt, where are you on the wide receiver train? Are you free agent? I know you had mentioned something about drafting one high. The Alabama kid looks pretty interesting. Jameson,
Yeah.
is Jameson Williams?
I think that,
Jameson.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that they will look to either. I'm not saying you have to draft one, but if you don't bring somebody in free agency, then more than likely, I think. Yay!
Oh
He's
my
back.
God.
Yeah, that's kind of where I do think they need to improve on that room, especially if you consider Crowder's a free agent, Braxton's a free agent, and Keelan Cole's a free agent. So I think they're going to look to add to that room for sure.
Green Bean, what are your thoughts on the Denzel Mims situation? Would you trade him? Are you holding on to him? What are your thoughts?
Am I live right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are.
He was.
Nope.
Now he's gone. Now he's back.
Now he's back. Green Bean. He popped off. Hold on. Why can't I hear Green Bean?
Trade him.
There he is. Now he's on the screen.
Trade him.
He's trading him. Oh, welcome to Jets Talk. We don't know what the hell we're doing. Green Bean, your thoughts on Denzel Mims?
I look, if they're not going to use him.
Oh, no, O'Leary's gone. Oh,
no, O'Leary's gone. Jeez.
There he is. Now he's back.
There's O'Leary.
We got
He's just playing with us.
Uh-huh.
He's just fooling around.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
You guys are ridiculous.
You know what just came up?
What?
Nothing. But I look, if they're not going to use Denzel Mims, get something for him. Like, it's just that simple. You know what I mean? If you're not going to use him, get whatever it is and let the kid have a career. And maybe we can pick somebody that fits your system, even though you develop your system around the players. Go ahead. Just don't waste anybody's time. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's disappointing because I thought he was going to be so good, but if you're not going to utilize him the way that you can, fucking move on from him. Get over it. Get the hell over it. Jets
Right.
NY101 drops in, says, looking forward to the day when we can wear Jets gear out in public without people looking at us as if they've just seen an extraterrestrial. Dude, we stink. But I don't leave my house except for going to work, and I can't wear Jet stuff anyway, so I'm not disappointed, I guess. I don't know. It sucks. Like, when the Jets are good, like the 2009-2010 year, dude, there was Jet fans all over the woodwork. Like, they're coming out, they're wearing the Jets gear, they're proud of it. Like, I just want that. I want at least, like, competitive football where people think we can do something. Something. Anything. Green Bean, you ever embarrassed to wear your Jets gear?
Let me tell you guys, right now, I have above my RV a huge Jets flag waving for all to see right next to my green bean flag. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show right now what it looks like at my house. So, no, I'm not embarrassed.
Wow, look at him go.
See it?
Move it to your left, Green Bean, a little bit, because
my left.
There it goes. There's the green bean flag. Yeah, look at him waving it.
That's what I do. So no, I'm not embarrassed. Let them look at me like I'm an extraterrestrial. I don't want to talk to them anyway.
Matt, what about you? You ever embarrassed to wear your Jet stuff?
Not really. I don't really leave my house. I work from home now, so like
my social interaction is with two guys on the internet.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I don't go out much, but sometimes yes. Other times not so much.
Let's see. I saw another chat in there. Let's see. Chrono Kenny drops in the super chat. Says coaches should just keep Mims in the next 4 games so he can get out of his mental haze he's in. If he doesn't, at least we know what we have in him. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, it's disappointing because you want to have the best players on the field, and I don't know if Mims is necessarily in that category right now. And if he's not putting in the work, like if there's some sort of lazy aspect to him, then I would say don't put him out on the field. But I think if you see him trying in practice and you think he's like got some sort of potential, at least play him the last 4 games so you know what you have in him. Maybe you have to invest a first round pick in a wide receiver or a nice chunk of money as wide receiver. I mean, what are your